Go to the Adafruit IO website and sign in. If you don't have an account, you have to create an account on this IoT platform to use it. So just go to the website and sign into the website using your credentials. Okay, once you are done entering this credential, just click sign in, or you can sign up if you don't have an account. Okay, then we have to create feeds are basically like channels. It is like at which channel which type of data you want to send. Just like selecting a channel for transmitting some data, we have to create these feeds to send the specific data to the from the device to the IoT platform dashboard. So here we have to create two feeds, humidity and temperature. I don't need this old feed, so I'm going to delete it to show you how to create these new feeds. So I'm going to delete these old feeds, humidity and temperature, and create them again by using the new feed command. Here you can see the button for deleting the feeds. Just delete it and then create the new feeds at the top corner. So here, okay, we have to name them humidity and temperature. Note that the name you are giving here to the feed should be the same as you are using in the code. I'll discuss that later in the video. So just rename it temperature and humidity, and sorry, temperature to this feed, and next feed should be named humidity. Okay, this is temperature. So after this, create another feed, name humidity. I hope to see temperature form. Okay, yes, temperature is created. Our feed temperature has been created, so we just need to create another feed. So just click on new feed and make another feed with the name humidity. So okay, humidity, create, done. So after this, just go on to the dashboard to create the dashboard where we want to visualize this data that we are receiving from the device. So go to dashboards. Here I have created DHT, so I'm going to create a new dashboard just to show you. So go on new dashboard and create a new dashboard. Let's say DHT3 or 2. Let's say DHT3. So let's create a new dashboard name DHT3. Okay, just bear with me. This can take some time due to cause I'm using the wireless method of controlling the Raspberry Pi, so this might take some time. So just create the DHT3 dashboard. Once you are done, just open the dashboard after this is created. It is a bit slow on the website to run it on the Chrome, so I would suggest using Midori browser if your Raspberry Pi has one. For now this is okay, so go into the settings, dashboard settings. There you can find create new block. In the new block option, go and select gauge, as we are going to send the temperature and humidity in percentage, so and temperature in degrees, so use a gauge to show them on the dashboard. When you are make the following settings when you are creating the blocks, such as humidity for humidity block gauge, and similarly for temperature gauge, select temperature feed. Here we have selected the feed and give the name title to the gauge. Here we have to give a title to the gauge. If you don't give any title, it is fine, just but we have to give it in order to know what data this gauge is showing. So let it is a bit slow. Okay, humidity, temperature, humidity. So humidity, we have to give the title humidity and then click on create block. After creating this block, you have to create another block for temperature with the same settings. So create block, gauge, then we have to select the feed as temperature, and again create the block. Note that whatever hardware you are using, or whatever pins you are using on the hardware, after reading the data from those pins, we have to send this data on these feeds. So the feeds that you are entering into the gauge here in the settings and in the code should be the same feeds. This is a case sensitive detail, so be cautious about putting the temperature and humidity feeds. Okay, once you are done with the block creation, go ahead and open. Okay, just a second, just edit the layout accordingly. Okay, so once you are done with editing the layout, just click on save layout. Don't forget to save these details. Whatever changes you have made in the dashboard need to be saved. Okay, after this you have to go to the terminal. I guess here our IoT platform task is done, so just go to the terminal, and once you get to the terminal, you have to input the GitHub link that I have provided in the unofficial group, I guess. So, and also in the video description there is the GitHub link. So you just type cd space desktop, so as to specify where you want the file to be saved in the Raspberry Pi. The command cd desktop sets the location to the desktop. So basically just enter cd capital D desktop, capital D desktop. This will set the location. Now you have to enter the command git clone and then enter the GitHub link for the code that is provided in the video description. Okay, so this will take a bit of time, I guess. So okay. The input is terribly slow on wireless controlling of the Raspberry Pi, so let's hope this is better on the hardware. So okay, done. Once you are hit enter, after entering the link as shown in the video, a file will be generated on your Raspberry Pi desktop. You'll see this once I slide this terminal aside. Yes, see, there is a file named MIOT code. So we are going to run a demo code of reading DHT values. So okay, just open this code into a Thorny, not in any other compiler. Use Thorny compiler. So after that, this make the connections with the kit. So a minor change here. One thing is we have used pin number 4 here, but in our kit we have to use GPIO22. I'll make these corrections on the GitHub code so that when you download it you need not to change these pins, but do keep in mind, if in case you downloaded it or if you learn the code by yourself and type it there. Don't type 4, you won't get any reading if you keep it 4. Also I'm using DHT11, not DHT22, so you have to change the DHT11 to DHT22 in DHT sensor equals to Adafruit DHT.DHT11. We have to convert it to 22, change it to 22. Okay, so after this okay, there is a readme file in the GitHub link, or the files that will be downloaded. There is a readme file. You need to run these commands if you are using this IoT platform. There is a possibility that your Raspberry Pi might not have all the necessary libraries required for the project. So I think it is suggested to run all these commands into the terminal before doing anything. This might take some time, so when you first get your kit, you should run these commands terminals once you get all these codes. So just run these codes into the into the terminal. This will download all the necessary libraries and equipments that we need for this practical. So once you have downloaded all these libraries, run all these commands into the command prompt, all the libraries will be installed. And now you can go ahead and open experiment number 5 file, dht22.py file. So here you have to enter the username and the Adafruit key. This key and username you will find, I'll discuss this in further video. Here you can see I have changed the sensor type to DHT22, but I'll have to change it again to DHT11 in order to run, because my setup has DHT11. I am changing the keys here. AIO.send, I am setting the feed names, that is the temperature and humidity. Temperature and humidity are the two fields that we are going to use to send the data over the internet. So just changes to temperature and humidity. Once you have made changes, you have to ensure that the key should be right, that is authentication key, Adafruit ID key. Here the key is old, so you can regenerate the key from your dashboard. You'll see in a moment how to do that. Just a second. So I have changed the DHT to DHT22 to 11 DHT sensor, and then I have set DHT pin 4 for prototyping, but on the board it is pin number 22 for DHT11 GPIO 22. So I am using the web browser because it is way faster than the Raspberry Pi. So I am logging in through the web browser. Adafruit is it runs slower on the Raspberry Pi for some reason, I don't know. In case you are using the Raspberry Pi terminal, you can see here view Adafruit IO key. If you go there, a page like this will appear. Here you can see on my desktop, this is my username and the ID for the program. So I'll change this set ID and key. You need to have the correct ID and key in order for this to work. So keep in mind to change these IDs properly. They are very case sensitive. So okay, once it is done, you can go back to the dashboard to check whether the data you are sending is visible or not. I'm going to go on DHT3. Here you can see, just a second. Okay, temperature data has came, but humidity, okay, yeah, both of them are updated now. You can see in Thony. Once you open the Thony, here you can see both the datas are being transmitted properly. So okay, now I'll show you the connection on the kit what you have to make. So okay, here you can see there is GPIO 22 connected. So in the previous code you need to change the GPIO 4 to 22 in order for this to work on the kit. So just that is the catch, and we are using DHT22. So replace the DHT11 from the code DHT22 sensor to 11, and after that you can see the changes here on the dashboard. So this is it. We have completed the task.